Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Farah Umairah binti Zulfaqar. My metric number is 275434. First and foremost, thank you to my lecturer, Sir Nizam, for the guide on this subject. Okay, I will presentation the chapter 1, that is the hospitality industry overview. Okay, let's start the presentation with slide number 1. Okay, continue with slide number 1. What is hospitality? Hospitality means extending a welcome to a traveler or offering a home away from home. And the word is derived from the Latin word that hopes, that's meaning visitor or stranger. Okay, next, the hospitality and tourism industry is a vast sector that includes all the economic activity that directly or indirectly contribute to or depend upon travel and tourism. The industry sector include accommodation, lodging, food and beverage, recreation, exhibition, and etc. The history of hospitality and tourism industry. Hospitality is one of the older business going way back to the innkeepers and travellers of a biblical time. Tourism, on the other time, is a more recent invention which began in Europe, with Switzerland being one of the first countries to develop special accommodation and service for travellers. Okay, in the late 1800th century, the concept of leisure tourism and hospitality spread across Europe, bring flock or wealthy travelers to the Switzerland. It began with a visitor seeking culture and nature exposed on guided tours in the Swiss Alps, train rides and wellness tourism, and this new generation of wealthy guests has a higher expectation for comfortable accommodation, convenient service, and fining. Okay, continue with slide number 2. Integrated nature of hospitality and tourism. For as we know, they have 5 integrated nature of hospitality and tourism. First is travel and tourism. Second is lodging. Third is recreation. Fourth is assembly and event management. Fifth is a restaurant and managed service. Okay, what is the characteristic of tourism industry? First of all, the characteristic of tourism industry is they have 365-day working hour, and each working hour have a 24 and 7 hour. This is because they have a tourism industry have a longer working hour. For the average is around 10 hour. So, and for the weekend and holiday, the tourism industry will be included and they must work. They have a 4 shift. For the first shift is a morning shift, second is mid shift, evening shift, and night shift. And for intangible, tourism product is intangible. This is because tourism is all about the time spent and the experience made. The product sold by tourism company but cannot be reproduced or reused. Okay, for perishability of product, the product service in the tourism and travel industry are consumed as they are product. For example, hotel room and cable car. That is in my opinion, I think that is for sold at that time and they cannot be reused or recycled. What is the service and quality management? Okay, let's I explain what is a total quality management. Okay, total quality management defined as participatory. They empower all level of employee to work in group or to establish guest service expectation and determine to meet or exceed their expectation. Implementing total quality management is exciting because everyone involved. There are no stopping the creative way employee will find to solve a gas-related problem and improve. What is the benefit of total quality management? First, it can reduce costs. Second, it can make our employees certification. And then it can reduce job stress among employees. So I think that is very good idea, and I think total quality management is very important in any management to ensure that our employee can work easily, continue be professional in hospital industry. As we know that hospitality industry is very famous. This is because the hospitality industry serve many goods and services to customer, and it get a high demand from customer. So I think they have a lot of professional in the hospital industry. Okay, let's go to the part of the professional in the hospital industry. Okay, in this slide, I will explain 5 careers in the past in a restaurant and management restaurant. First, that is buzzer. Why is a buzzer? Buzzer is a work at the restaurant and contribute to pleasant dining experience. For example, the buzzer will arrange the fork or table to the customer. And then we have a food attendant. What is a food attendant? Food attendant is encompasses a myriad of worker who serve, prepare and assist customer at a restaurant, cafeteria, coffee shop, hotel and hospitality, and also hospital and concession stand. And then what is a shift leader? For your information, shift leader or shift manager is in charge of providing direct supervision of to employee at the shift-based company to ensure the business operate correctly. Okay, next is manager. Manager responsibility to oversee team member in a certain department to ensure its performance effectively. I think be a manager is very difficult opportunity, very difficult job, but I sure that if we be a manager, we should take it responsibility correctly. And then is regional manager. What is a regional manager? Regional manager is responsibility for a company overall business operation in a particular area or region. What is the trend in hospitality tourism? They have a first is safety and security. That is increased security in airports, federal or other building, personal safety and guests in the top priority. And then we have globalization. What is globalization? Globalization is we have become a global village. We have opportunity to work and vacation in other country. More people travel freely around the world. So people can easily travel all the world because we have a globalization. And then we have a diversity. The hospitality industry is the most diverse of all industry. Diverse employee population, diverse group of guests, diverse culture, and diverse hospitality workforce. And then next is service. We sure that trend in hospitality can serve and can introduce work classes service. Work classes service. And then for the next is a technology. Standardization of a software and hardware design. For example, front office we use PMS, a property management system. Okay, next is legal issue. Legal issue is a lawsuit are not only frequent but they are cost more. And then changing demography. Changing demography happened because increasing population of the baby boomers, for example, Generation X and Generation Z, many retirees have time and money to travel, especially in the COVID-19 pandemic. I think all the person need to travel and to release the stress. And then we have a price value. For the last, we have a price value, which guests expect to eat healthy and have been prepared in the sanitary environment. Okay, for the summary, the hospitality and tourism industry are the biggest and largest and the fastest growing industry in the world. Hospitality business are open 365 days and open 24 hours per day. One essential between the hospitality business and other business is that hospitality are selling intangible and perishable product. And then for the lastly is total quality management, help improve service to the guests by empowering employee to give a service that exceeds guest expectation. We also wish that great time to consider a career in hospitality industry, especially in adolescent in Malaysia.